You just spent 6 months coding. Your mom loves the app. Your beta testers say the interface looks great, but there's a problem. They are all actually lying to you. Welcome back. Today, we're extracting the core insights from Rob Fitzpatrick's manual on customer conversations, the Mom Test. If you are a founder or an engineer, you know how to build great technology. But when it comes time to interview potential customers, you likely derail the entire process by pitching your idea too hard and too early. Over the next few minutes, we'll break down a framework to restructure these conversations. You will learn how to bypass the polite fluff and extract the hard truth about your customer's actual problems. Without this framework, you risk spending years and a lot of your investors' money building sophisticated solutions that nobody actually intends to buy. Step 1 of this framework requires leaving your ego at the door. You must never ask anyone if your business idea is a good idea. Methodical. This passage from the book explains exactly why. As Fitzpatrick writes, your mom will lie to you the most, but it's a bad question and invites everyone to lie to you at least a little. By pitching your idea, you expose your ego. Human beings instinctively want to protect your feelings. When you put someone on the spot and ask, "Do you like my idea?" the standard rules of social convention dictate that the only polite response is yes. To gather accurate data during these early conversations, your primary objective is to completely hide your proposed solution from the person sitting across from you. That brings us to step 2, shift the spotlight. Talk entirely about the customer's life and their current systems, not your product. Let's apply this to an IoT smart water device. The standard, flawed approach is holding up the device and asking, "Would you use this?" The correct approach is asking the facility manager, "Walk me through exactly how you manage your water system today." Once you ask that question, stop talking. Let the customer describe their daily workflow and point out the areas causing them the most friction. Observing how they handle the task reveals the actual inefficiencies in the system. Often, these are entirely different from the inefficiencies the customer merely thinks they have. By anchoring your research to these objective workflow problems, you ensure the customer defines the challenge while you retain complete creative control over the eventual solution. Step 3 is the time machine rule. Ignore their promises about the future and anchor the customer exclusively to their past behaviors. Looking at the text, Fitzpatrick defines these future promises as anchor fluff. Fluff comes in 3 worthless, hypothetical shapes: generic claims like "I usually," future tense promises like "I will," and hypothetical maybes like "I might." Customers use these phrases to brush you off. The immediate fix is right below. You redirect them back to reality by asking them to talk you through the specific last time that problem occurred and what they actually did to solve it. This means you need to watch out for specific danger phrases. Hearing someone say, "I would definitely buy that," is not market validation. It is dangerous fluff. Here is the ultimate rule for evaluating these answers. If a customer hasn't already spent their own time or money trying to solve this issue, it is just a mild annoyance. It is not a bleeding neck problem worth building a business around. Once you've confirmed the problem is real and you show them your product, you reach the final step, putting the customer to a decision to measure if the meeting advanced the business. The book outlines several phrases that indicate you've entered the startup friend zone, what sales teams call a zombie lead. Ending a product meeting with a compliment like, "Looks great, let me know when it launches," and no clear next steps is simply a polite rejection. A meeting is only successful if the customer gives up something of value to move forward. The book refers to this as a currency of conversation. There are 3 acceptable currencies of commitment you should look for: time, reputation, and money. Each of these requires real stakes. Time means booking a formal trial with their team. Reputation means giving you an introduction to their boss or a decision maker. Money means signing a letter of intent or putting down a deposit. If you walk out of a room with a notebook full of compliments, but without securing one of these 3 currencies, you have achieved 0 market validation. Let's recap the framework from the text. Keep the setting casual. Focus the conversation entirely on their life, not your idea. Dig into specific past behavior instead of future hypotheticals. And finally, demand a currency of commitment. Remember that almost everyone will lie to you to protect your feelings. It is your sole responsibility as the founder to ask the specific questions that extract the hard truth. Look closely at your sales pipeline today. Are your customers actually validating the product by committing time and resources, or are they just being polite? To learn more of the frameworks required to build what people actually want to buy, subscribe to Lazy Reader.